One highlight of the week is the chance to visit the Riverwalk during your free time. Reporter Russell Nemitz has more on this cultural hotspot.
Although the Cattle Industry Convention and NCBA trade show offers many great things to see and do, sometimes you need a change of scenery. Well, just a few steps away from the convention center and hotels is San Antonio's famous Riverwalk, a pedestrian walkway along the banks of the San Antonio River that is lined by bars, shops, and restaurants.
It's a level below the street, so you walk down the stairs from the center of a large urban core, and you walk downstairs and you're transformed into this ambiance that you're like, I can't believe we're in the middle of a city. It's tropical, it's lush, it's romantic, it's peaceful. You can experience everything you want. You can go for a walk, you can sit on a bench and do great people watching or just enjoy the nature around you. You can go to great restaurants, you stay at a hotel, walk out of your hotel, you're right on the Riverwalk. You can go for a drink, you can go for happy hour. It's just a wonderful place.
With more than 15 miles of sidewalks and paths, the Riverwalk is the longest linear park in America and one of the most dynamic tourist attractions in the entire state of Texas. Because of the dozens of high-quality clubs and restaurants, it's sometimes easy to forget that you're walking alongside an actual river.
This is a natural river. People think that it's a ditch that we carved out. No, it's a natural river. And in the 1920s, there was a horrendous flood in San Antonio, and there was $50 million worth of damage, and several people lost their lives. So they almost paved over the river for flood control. And there was a group of citizens that said, no, this can be a treasure. But at that time, all these buildings that you see, the river was their back door. It wasn't their front door. And through the genius of Robert Hugman, who was the architect that the city hired to turn this into the place it is, we now have the Riverwalk instead of a concrete underground channel where we drain the floodwater off. So we were very fortunate that there were people like that were visionary at that time.
Even though most people associate February with cold and snow, this is actually the perfect time to visit San Antonio.
February is a great time to come. It's beautiful weather. We can actually have days up in the 90s in February. I hope that that's what the weather that they get. It can be 40-ish, but for a lot of places, 40 in February is pretty good.
Just remember, even if we see temperatures in the 90s, you really shouldn't think about jumping in the water to cool off.
There are people that end up in the river, but it's generally because they've had a few too many cocktails and they think that would be really fun to jump in, and then they realize it's really not very much fun. People do fall in on purpose. But if you do, it is a $250 fine, so I would suggest that you maybe not decide to do that.
So when cattle industry members need a break from meetings and the trade show, they'll find the Riverwalk offers an oasis of fun and excitement.
My advice to the cattlemen coming to the Riverwalk to just enjoy as many different kinds of restaurants as you can. Generally speaking, if you have a large party of 8 or more, you should call ahead to make reservations. February is not a terribly crowded month on the Riverwalk, so you probably, for smaller groups, you'd probably be able to get into any place that you wanted to go. But be sure to have some time to relax and enjoy it at all different times of the day, because it is a different atmosphere in the morning versus at 11 o'clock at night when the music's happening and everything's going on. So just enjoy and take your time and be sure to spend lots of time on the river.
Reporting from San Antonio, Texas, I'm Russell Nemitz for NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen.